There we go.
I think we're good.
We are live.
We got this professional city background. I feel like we're Conan, on the Conan or Jimmy Fallon level of professional here,
We are two guys that sit on a couch, talk sports, and basically, if we're lucky, maybe 20 people view it. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, how are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome, Robbie. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful sunset.
Yeah,
this is exactly.
We've got the city of Boston in our views here, or at least a picture of the city of Boston.
It's beautiful
in our views.
You can see everything. This is literally where the
I think I can
is,
see my
right
house from here. No, just kidding. But
I can see Russia.
So can Sarah Palin. But anyway, it is good to be back once again with another edition. And what we're going to do tonight is that this is a very special time of year, because this is the time of year that only comes around once every 4 years, and that is the Summer Olympics have kicked off from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's a time to show patriotism. It's a time to watch sports that you didn't even know existed until the Olympics. And it's a time to just feel the red, white, and blue all through and through.
Or the red and white if you're Canadian.
Well, nobody cares about Canadians, so it's okay. But anyway, for tonight's episode, what we're going to do is we are going to share with you some of our favorite Summer Olympic sports to watch. There are a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of sports, and if you're on different TV channels, they're showing everything from, I don't know, judo to field hockey.
I mean, honestly, like you said before, sports, events that I didn't even know judo was an event in the Summer Olympics. I knew most of those were, but I did not realize judo was either.
Yeah, you wouldn't know unless the Olympics happened.
Exactly.
So we're gonna name just a few of our favorites to watch, because there was a lot of them. So I guess. You know what? I'm going to let Kyle go first here, because I know that you've got your little list going here.
I do.
As we speak. So what are some of your, maybe sort of pin it down to kind of maybe 4 or 5 sports, if you can, but sports that you really enjoy watching above the rest?
Well, I'm going to start with the obvious one, and I think a lot of people who've seen previous episodes know that I am big into track and field. That is my sport. And, of course, as a result, I love watching the track and field events. I think those are very intense, especially when you watch the sprints, 50-yard, 100-yard dash. I think those are they're pretty competitive, I mean, it's like split seconds. Sometimes the winner just gets in by, the very last inch, It's very unpredictable. I kind of like that about sprinting, and same with throwing, With throwing just kind of, it's based on skill, but I don't know, it's just one of those, you never know what's going to happen, but I just love watching those, the weight throw and the shot put, and I don't know, it's just fun. It's intense, so. I also like Taekwondo. Wait, judo and oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, anyway, sorry, I just wanted to, wow, I'm just looking through this list right now. I also like a lot, I've always liked swimming too. Swimming, that's another sport I personally, I grew up with actually. I've been swimming since I was, I think, maybe about 2 years old.
And we're always really good in it. For the USA, I mean.
Oh,
the USA is always with Michael Phelps and
right?
Ryan Lochte. I mean, it's just amazing to watch. They're just blowing through records and medals and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's another event. It's kind of similar to track in the way that it's a race, but it's a much longer race.
It's similar to track.
It's very
It's not. One involves water and one doesn't.
Yeah, but the idea is there. You're trying to beat your personal record while also racing against a bunch of other people. But the idea is there. But yeah, I know. But it's another sport I've always really liked too. Swimming. Swimming is actually one of those sports where it really works out. Like it's one of the few sports that works out like literally every part of your body. Like you have like basketball. I mean, basketball does too, but swimming, I feel like really implements. Like you really gotta have strong legs and strong arms to really get through those races.
Yeah.
I just think I've always liked seeing just how the intensity, yeah, honestly, swimming's good.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm gonna look through the list. Tennis is always good too. Actually,
Yeah.
I like tennis, whether it's Olympics or not. I've always tennis can be pretty intense too. It's a game also of it's tremendous skill, but also sometimes you just hit the ball and you don't even know where it's gonna go. So
True.
like it may go out, it may stay in the court. So but that's another sport I really like too. I'm mostly used to watching the singles. I haven't watched as many doubles.
I was actually watching doubles today. It's kind of interesting to watch. I was watching mixed doubles too. So
Really?
like a man and a woman playing together. So
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
yeah, I mean it was pretty cool. It was very interesting to watch sort of the teamwork there. So
Nice. Yeah, I'm liking that they're doing that in sports now because a lot of times you're right. It's like a lot of times they just would split up the sport, like they would just split them up by gender. But that's kind of cool that they're mixing them up now.
yeah,
I mean, hey, why not, right? Because girls are just as athletic as guys, so
exactly.
I don't see why not.
Got any others for us?
Let me see. Swimming I talked about already. I love swimming. Oh, you know which one I like a lot too? Crew.
Okay.
Watching the crew teams. That's something I've always really liked to watch. Also, whether it's in the Olympics or not, I like watching. That's another just an intense sport. It's kind of got that similar idea to swimming, and it's mostly like an upper body kind of
Yeah.
sport too. So you really got to have good arm and good torso strength. So I just like it also because it's kind of cool. Like I went to see some rowing one time at the Charles, the head of the bank.
Oh, right. The head of Charles.
Head of the Charles. Yeah.
That's a big. Definitely one of the bigger rowing-based events around the city every year. It's always a big draw. I've never seen it, but I hear that like the shores are completely packed with people for that.
Oh yeah, it's really intense. It's really cool, especially when you know someone there. I mean, I've never really known anyone to do crew, but it's just kind of cool. It's just kind of cool to just go there and just see how it's done. And it's another event like swimming and track where it's just like sometimes you just win by the inch. It's just like it just gets so close and your team does so well. and it's a good team sport too because you literally got everyone rowing at the same time and everything. And I've always liked it. I've always appreciated that one too. So.
Never really got into crew, but I mean, I definitely could see the appeal of it. It definitely takes teamwork and strength, help strengthens the muscles and stuff like that. So
pretty much,
what do you gotta do? Do you have one more for us?
Well, let me just make sure. Oh, I did have one last one.
Yeah.
I like sports, watching like cycling, diving, stuff like that. But I think one of my other favorites I like is fencing. Fencing's kind of a unique sport.
Yeah, it's funny because people seem to be starting to draw more and more towards that, especially come Olympic time. People really seem to be interested in. I've talked to several people who really enjoyed watching fencing.
Yeah, fencing is just really. I mean, it's really. Fencing would be tough. Like that one's all about coordination. I mean, like you have to really like time all the hits really well and everything. I can imagine. I mean, I've never done it, but this is at least just from what I've seen and. It's tough. Like you have to really. It's a very quick sport. It's a very contact but it's just kind of cool. It's like the matches get very intense. It's very more one-on-one base and everything. I just really just kind of cool. Yeah.
Very good. All right, so I'm going to go on to mine now, and I think I have one that you sort of picked out, but I'll sort of save that for the end. My first is basketball. I mean, if you know me, you know that I'm a big basketball fan. I would probably say that basketball is honestly my second or third favorite sport behind baseball. And maybe football might be number 2. I don't know. It depends on the day, really. But I mean, I just love watching the basketball, and especially since our team, both men's and women's are always so good at it. It's just fun to watch the NBA and WNBA players, really sort of schooling the rest of the countries. Even though a lot of the countries now have like professional players themselves, but still, it's just a lot of fun to watch. And like I said, I've always enjoyed basketball, and we always are good at it. So it's an joy to watch. I mean, back in the day back when we were growing up, like Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and those guys, to now like the Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, and those teams. It's just a lot of fun to watch them serve. All the NBA superstars that you see, playing as rivals during the season, come together, to try and win the gold. I think it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Avengers of basketball. That's the way I look at it. All the great superheroes just combined to be one team.
Or Space Jam, maybe.
Or actually, you're right. Looney Tunes, all the good Looney Tune characters.
The Monstars.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. All right. So another one I like is soccer. Which actually I realized you kind of mentioned soccer as well. It's funny. I don't really watch soccer other than the World Cup and the Olympics. Those are the only 2 times where I really sit down and watch a soccer match. And even then, I think it's sometimes kind of boring. But I mean,
it really depends on the match. I think. I think you're right. Some matches go pretty quick, whereas other matches they go no one gets a goal for 80 minutes, right?
But still, it's fun. It's fun to watch, especially when the U.S. I know the U.S. men aren't in it this year, but the U.S. women, are doing pretty well. So it's good to watch them, and just watch all these countries are always dominant in soccer, sort of battle it out for the goal. It's sort of that national pride, and players that sort of like basketball, players who play against each other, on the club teams and MLS and stuff like that, sort of coming together for their respective countries. I think is a pretty cool thing. The next one my next one's another one that you kind of touched on, and it's tennis. I've also enjoyed watching the tennis, especially you've got all the superstars playing, like the Serena Williams, Novak Djokovic, Nadal. I saw was playing. I mean, so it's just really cool to see them all in action, and see them all. Again, I mean, it's just sort of this pride thing, especially for the Americans. I mean, in regular tennis, you'll root for the Americans sometimes, but there's also players that you enjoy watching as well. But for the Olympics, you always sort of have this just not bias, but just sort of this. You sort of lean towards the Americans, even if they're playing someone who is really tough and should probably win. You root for your home country. You root for the red, white, and blue. I think it's a pretty cool thing, and we always seem to do pretty decently in tennis. I know Serena Williams is going for the field like she always does in regular tennis, but
right.
But no, I mean it's enjoyable to watch. And then my last one that I really have actually come to enjoy watching. Actually, there's 2 more. So the second to last one I've really come to enjoy watching is volleyball, both beach and indoor volleyball. I mean, and again, it's a situation where there's so many talented countries and players, but for some reason there seems to be a bunch of Americans who are always doing well and always getting these gold and silver medals. There's those 2 women beach volleyball players. I think one's name's Carrie Walsh or something like that. But they always seem to be in it. They're just so talented, and I mean, it's just amazing. They move around, and they are able to spike the ball and save the ball. Looks like it's going into the ground, and yet they somehow manage to pull it back up. It's unbelievable. I don't understand sometimes how they're able to actually make some of the plays that they do. And then Yeah, and like even the indoor. I mean, it's cool just watching the U.S. team, try to win gold, and they seem to be doing pretty well on both the men's and women's side this year, which is good to see. And then the last one I actually just kind of thought of is ping pong.
Oh yeah,
Ping pong. And it's funny because U.S. doesn't really have anybody that's really good. I think the one U.S. player that I saw was Asian. But
yeah, I feel like I
feel like it's an Asian-dominated sport, but it's so interesting to watch. Like some of these serves and hits and rallies. It's amazing how they can hit the ball so hard. It's just I'm just amazed sometimes by just how they do it. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I think a lot
They're
of
so talented and skilled and coordinated. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you're right. No, it takes a lot of that. I think a lot of people, they undermine ping pong. They think it's a less intense version of tennis, whereas I tend to disagree. I think it's just as intense, if not maybe in some cases more intense.
Sometimes the serves are just as fast as tennis serves. I mean, they're coming at you from a much shorter distance, and it's the ball's there in a flash. You gotta have really quick reflexes.
Oh yeah.
I play ping pong against friends, and we're bounce serving. I think that's tough. But just imagine having a ball coming at you 100 miles an hour from that short distance. It's not easy.
I know, right? Oh.
And with tennis, there's a lot more space you can cover too. Whereas with ping pong, the table is only so wide, and else you're gonna hit the floor basically. It's just crazy.
I mean, that's
yeah.
It's just kind of It's just
that's all you really can say is wow.
Yeah, pretty much. I think you nailed it.
All right, but those are some good choices. We had a lot of variety there. I feel I mean, there's a lot of other sports that are really good as well. We just sort of picked a few that we like. We want to hear from you too. If you have a sport that you really enjoy watching, no matter what it is, comment us, tweet us, Facebook us, send us snail mail, Instagram us. We don't have Instagram, but
carrier
that's okay.
pigeons still accepted.
Carrier pigeons, yeah. I mean, just let us know what your sort of favorite Olympic sports are, because I mean, there's a lot of different options out there.
And that's what's really nice about the Olympics too. Whereas this is the one event, I guess, because it's once every 4 years, for these events. Because there's so much variety, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Every time you turn on that TV,
no, literally
from
8 o'clock in the morning until midnight, there is an event on.
Yeah.
And
it's always going to be different
on multiple channels. So it's you could literally sit down and basically just spend an entire day, morning, noon, night, watching the Olympics. It's crazy.
It's kind of a magical event, and even when you watch the opening ceremony, they have a great setup most of the time.
They do a lot. Some of the pageantry and stuff like that, associated the opening and closing ceremonies, is pretty cool to watch.
Oh yeah, it's got this kind of.
And they have the countries coming in with their flags and stuff like that all together, and it's just it's a pretty magical moment.
It really is, and it's just it's a good 2 weeks. It's right in the middle, it's right kind of near the end of the summer. I think it's a great way to cap off the summer. To be honest, it really is. It's a great kind of combining of all the countries in the world, or most of the countries in the world.
Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna finish up here with our monologues. I actually just had one that I kind of thought of.
Me too.
On the fly here. So I'm gonna go first if that's okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Mine's sort of going to be a two-part sort of Olympic-based one. First of all, I am very happy that starting in the 2020 Summer Olympics, baseball and softball are going to be back in the Olympics. They've been out for the past 10 years, but they're finally coming back in 2020. I could not be more excited, especially baseball, because as you all know, I'm a huge baseball guy. I mean, I know for baseball the pros don't really play because obviously the season's going on, but still, I love watching baseball. It could be youth baseball, Olympic baseball, it doesn't even matter. So it's really cool that they're finally, after all these years, bringing baseball back to the Olympics. And the second thing is I want to just point out a local local star, a local celebrity who is doing well in the Olympics, Allie Raisman from Needham, Massachusetts, our rivals, the Needham Rockets. But no, she's doing really well. Obviously, she's won gold like the past 2 Olympics in gymnastics, and again they won gold again this year. I mean, it's just, and I think she won silver. No, excuse me. But so, Allie, keep it up. You are not our rival this time of year. You are. We are all together. You know, we're all Americans. So, Allie Raisman, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, great job. Keep it going. Again, like I said, I'm glad that they had baseball coming back to the Olympics starting in 2020. So, Kyle, I guess you just, from what you were saying, you just thought of something too. So you go ahead.
And this one's going to be Olympic related. I wanted to talk about actually 2 things because 2 things. All right. So really quickly, so I wanted to touch upon.
By the way, just quickly, it is really hot. So if we're like pausing and stuff like that, like it's not because we're just not. It's just really hot outside.
There's like a fan right here.
I'm
like in front of this fan.
The dog days of August have hit with a vengeance.
Yeah. Apparently it's going to be 97 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. But
no, you're fine. So, first thing I want to talk about really quickly, so since we're on the topic of Olympics, I was going to dial it back a little bit to the Winter Olympics, and that I wasn't able to go. Now, normally for the past few years, I've been going to Lake Placid to check out the hockey events. And usually it was the ECAC tournament. Like the Final Four, they call it the icebreaker, I think. I wasn't able to go this year, unfortunately. So, but if you ever get the chance, I just wanted to give a quick recommendation for that. Just to check out Lake Placid. It's a really beautiful place, whether it's the winter or the summer.
Home of the Miracle on Ice.
Exactly.
In 1980.
See, we're still keeping kind of the Olympic theme, not summer, but
no, it's perfect. It fits in perfectly.
Yeah, we got the Olympic theme going on. So you know what? I gotta say, summer, winter, fall, whatever, just go to Lake Placid. You're gonna love it. So
it's coming this fall, the Fall Olympics.
The Fall Olympics. Oh.
They're gonna have Olympics for each month of the year.
Oh, we could do
season, the Spring Olympics. Oh.
And they're gonna have football, and no, not the soccer kind of football.
American football. You know, there's 4 countries that play football. American football.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll finally have the CFL versus the NFL. Oh! That'd be kind of cool.
The NFL will win all day.
I don't know. Better watch out for that CFL. They're quick on their feet. So.
Anyway, continue.
But anyways. So, I was just going to go through a couple Olympic-themed recommendations. The first one was Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Second one, actually, I want to talk about a video game based on the Olympics called Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
Oh.
Now, this is kind of like, if you're a fan of Mario Party, I would totally recommend getting this. This is definitely more like a Mario Party style game. You can get it for like Wii and Wii U, I think. They had some other sequels. They kind of keep in line. They had like London a little while back. I think they might have even released one this year too, in Rio, I think. I'll have to check on that. But yeah, it's a good, it's a pretty fun game. I actually did this with my track team back when we went to Myrtle Beach. They brought a Wii down to the hotel, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. So, and Myrtle Beach is a nice place too, but I'll get into that another time because I'll just keep talking. But it's a fun game. You can go through all the major Olympic events. You can do sprinting. Although, Mario versus Sonic would win because he's like 10 times faster than Mario. But anyway, sorry, that's just anyways. But yeah, it's a fun game. You also got like javelin throwing. You can do the jumps, field events.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you got another friend. You got a bunch of friends. Do it.
Do it. Just do it, like Nike says. Just do it. All right. Very good.
That's it.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this edition of On the Couch Talking Sports. Again, as always, we hope you enjoyed. This is episode number 85 for us. It's amazing to think that we've done 85 episodes, but we wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it, and we definitely enjoy it. So thank you again to all people that watched, all 10 of you. He's Kyle. I'm Robbie, signing off once again for On the Couch Talking Sports. We'll see you next time.